I don't know if I can help today. I'm kind of busy.
You're not going to be able to help. Yeah,
See,
I can see
we almost choked to
why.
death, didn't we?
Yeah, see, Mama had a little coughing spell. You did, and so did the cat. I wasn't sure which one was going to erp up or
Croak
Ralph.
first.
I didn't know who was going to Ralph first. You know what I mean? You were Mama Kitty. Howdy, folks. Grandpa Doss Farms. This is Grandma Doss, Grandpa Doss Farms. I got that right.
I'm not going to say it anymore. You
On the
have
first
to.
take, I got that right. Boy, welcome to Sunshine Valley right here today. 61 degrees. I know I get a weather report every time, but it's important. The weather's very important to me right now. And I'm just thankful for a nice day. We've got a little bit of a north breeze. That's why we got jackets on. If it wasn't for that, I'd probably have shorts on and a t-shirt, but now we'll go with this today. The weather is finally, I think, from now till spring, till summer, till whatever, is going to give us a break and not be really cold. Now, we could still get some snow. We could see cold temperatures, but I don't see anything below 32 degrees for the next 10 days in the evening. So I think this is the last very few days of February. We're in the clear around here, at least in our part of the country, southwest Missouri, you know, from that nasty, really super cold stuff, I hope.
Yeah.
That being said, we need to take every opportunity we can to start getting some cleans. Take two. We need to start doing everything we can to take advantage of the nice weather and start cleaning up some stuff. And so we thought we'd take the chickens on first, but I also wanted to do something. See those two boxes?
Yeah.
Could you give me those two boxes, lovely assistant?
Need
I want
the
to show them
knife?
what I bought. I can't help it. You know me. These things get me
Oh,
all.
I know what these are.
This gets me excited. We only need one. We can put the other one on too. But see that right there? Isn't that cool? That's a dual hose connection attachment.
Can't help
And
you.
yeah,
You ordered
we're
them.
gonna. Yeah, I know. And we're gonna put it on right here, and that's gonna be the first thing we're gonna do. Then we're gonna clean the chicken coop out. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, because I don't think they need, right now they got about, 2 feet of straw mixed with poo in there, and it's really nasty.
Yes.
So we got to get that started. That's the first thing we're going to do. Give the birds a little room in there with the hay stuff, but I wanted to put this on.
Dumb question, but what's wrong with the one that's on it?
Well, it's $2.50.
Oh, so it's a price thing.
I'll tell you what, this one, brass one right here, that is not $2.50. Since I can tell you that right now. The reason these are so important to us, these are a quick fit thing right here. See that, how that pops off there? We're still using hoses to run water, and we're hoping when Matt's house built that we can actually have water like this, put another frost-free in, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? Mm-hmm. But right now, we're making do. But I thought these little handles would be cooler than the little bitty ones, you know what I mean? It just looked neat. I don't know. Anyway, if y'all hook your hoses up, how does that go? Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, and loosey-goosey. Oh, is that? Yeah, there we go. Put that on there. You got a pair of pliers on you?
Mm-mm.
Okay, I just happen to have those. I knew you wouldn't have.
I knew you had them.
You're never prepared.
Mm-mm. Not my job.
Oh my goodness.
I'm
Not
only
your
the
job.
assistant.
All right, I'm gonna put that on there about like that. Thank you all for coming along. I hope this part right here is so exciting. I just thought I'd do a little how-to. I don't do that very often. In fact, I very seldom show myself doing skilled labor. That all goes to Kyle and Chad, and so I thought maybe I might show people what I can do. Is that nice?
Oh, that's nice.
Open, shut, yeah. I got them on Amazon. This is one of those projects, folks, you just start in. All mine are like that, But I love cleaning things up. I do, for the animals especially. Now the girls, they're probably not going to help much at all. Everything's coming out of the coop.
Okay.
And then we're going to rake all this in here. I'm going to get all this cleaned out.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is let me go get the gorilla cart and get a trash can, because the gorilla cart can't go in there. We'll sit it here, and we'll get a trash can and put everything in the gorilla cart. And then we're going to take it over and put it in the raised bed gardens thingies,
Okay. Do we
because
have
it'll have some
masks?
chicken
Are they
poo.
in where the wormies
We'll have to
are?
wear masks to do
Okay.
that. All right.
By the way, you got me in trouble with the chickens.
Why is that?
I didn't think about it. They thought they were getting wormies. She was not
Oh,
happy when
yeah.
I closed the door without bringing the
Well,
wormies
it's about
out.
1:30ish in the afternoon, so I was kind of waiting until hopefully they've laid their eggs. Did you check for eggs?
I'm not going in there when they're that mean.
I'll go. I know the girls are going to be confused. Sorry, ladies, but heck, they've raked half of it out here on the ground. You know it?
I know.
Oh man. All right, how's that?
Perfect.
Yeah. See, the reason we have all this straw, folks, that I was using the deep litter method. If it worked to perfection in here, especially where chickens are concerned, because I put the straw down and they come in here at night and they poo. I come in the next day and I take some off the floor and I put a little more on, and so you can see now how really super thick this is in here. And we got,
I think I saw 2.
oh, there's somebody laying down on the bottom though. There's 3. Somebody down there, Farrah's down there doing some work. Yeah, let me get a shovel here. So you started without me, huh?
I just thought I'd get the loose stuff up and let you do the shovel stuff.
That's a great idea. You already got that full, don't you? So we can take her, I'll
Yep.
dump that, and then
I can't imagine trying to have a baby while somebody's.
there's Farrah down there trying.
Yep.
Now, one thing about putting this straw on the garden, we still got about, 6 weeks or so before we'll, heck, we got longer than that. We got all of March and April, 8, 9, 10. So yeah, we've got about almost 90 days before we really let this straw sit on top of some of the raised beds, you know. When you go down, don't put it on the strawberries. I know you won't. Just put it on the ones there's nothing in.
Okay.
Hey, no cussing while you're over there unless you turn your microphone off, young lady.
Yeah, I do that so much.
Okay. Hi, girls. I know it's different, but you're going to be okay. Is that a hay rake? Oh, that is absolutely nasty, but yet that's going to make some great fertilizer. And I know some of you out there screaming, yes, it is. Here's the thing. Now, I know chicken poo-poo on your garden, it is the hottest type of fertilizer to put on the garden. Goat poop, you can put that directly on and plant right on it. You can't with bird manure. So this will have a chance to sit and be filtered down through the dirt. So that'll be okay putting this on there, right? Ooh, that's good stuff though. Then what I do is I take a hoe, once it rains on it, you know, and I'll mix it in with the dirt that's already there, you see. Hopefully all of you, like me, growing a garden, you're looking forward to it after winter. I am so excited. I beat you.
I didn't see any strawberries.
You didn't see any?
I hope I
You saw
didn't.
the vines.
Well,
I'll just carry this one over. So how many did you get? 1, 2, 3? Yeah,
did I
you can
put it
see
on any strawberries?
the strawberries were here. Yeah, you covered, that's strawberries right there. I wasn't going to do the strawberries because they'll start to green up.
Okay.
And what I do with this, I'll let it rain and all that. Then I'll take a hoe, see, and dig it in. And if I can't do this with the strawberries.
Well, I'll move all that. You just,
Huh?
I'll move
Well, I
that.
don't
You
mind.
take care of this.
Well, I don't mind doing it.
No, I don't either. Can I put it in this one?
Yeah, the strawberries are 1,
I
2.
see now, yeah.
3.
I
See
had a
the-
feeling when I did that that was one
Yeah.
of them. But
Hey, next time, go with your feelings.
well, I was looking for strawberries I could eat, like right now. Like there was
Yeah, well-
nothing red in there.
Yeah, well,
so.
we're not quite there yet, honey.
Nope.
If you put that in there, I will dump this. We'll just start and work our way to the back.
All right.
You know what the cool part is?
What?
We're out here working in the garden.
I know.
It's a beautiful day. Oh, my lambs. Yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah, it's weird. In the shade, you need a jacket, but when you're not in there,
Yeah, not right now. No, you're right. Not right now.
you know, it's also kind of hard to think about eating food that we just put chicken poop and
Yeah, I know, right?
straw on.
I know. So
I'm struggling with that a little bit, I
Yeah.
have to admit.
it's gonna soak up into the plants and we're gonna eat it.
Yep.
Yummy. Man, I tell you, look at that chicken feathers and manure in there. That's good stuff. We'll throw some goat manure in there. You know what?
Yummy.
Well, I cannot wait to come out here and get things growing and water the garden, you know, and oh my word. I missed that last year, you know.
This year you're going to wear sunscreen and a shirt and a hat.
Am I really?
Yep.
I'm not wearing a long sleeve shirt.
You haven't even told them that you had to have another basal cell carcinoma cut.
Shh, we'll talk about that later. I've really got to behave this summer. I'll tell you about that later on. Goodness sakes. Let's get another load, shall we?
We shall.
How's it going?
I'm trying not to disrupt.
Is she
Sarah.
in there still laying?
Oh yeah.
My guess is she's already done, but you hate to.
She's
You
looking
know.
at me like
Yeah,
she's not very happy.
boy, we had a lot of straw.
I know.
You know what?
Yes.
The bird's not going to know what to do. Now what I'm going to do, let me dump this in the thingy-mabob there, and then I'll
Okay.
come back and get a load of that.
All right.
Oh, there's Farrah and Annie Mae are both in there doing work.
Well, we'll have to clean those out later because I'm not going to disrupt them.
Okay. This will be one big load off my brain. We get this done, you know what?
Well, we want to make sure we get that load off your brain.
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Oh, you're cleaning out the, oh, look at you.
You forget I did this for 8 weeks.
Whatever you did, I appreciate it. What's the matter, buddy? Huh? Are you laying an egg or something, or just rooting for the ones that are? He's upset about something.
I know, it's me.
Huh? What are you doing?
It's come I'm in here.
I've really never heard him. Oh my goodness. The birds are fighting? Goodness sakes. What's the matter, buddy?
Okay, I'm out.
It's okay. You're all right, man. You're okay. You're okay, buddy. I don't know what's going on. Wow, I've never heard him do that. You know what?
I don't know. Maybe it's because we're, you know, doing this during the day when the ladies are supposed to be
I
laying
guess.
eggs.
I don't know. Give him some wormies to calm him down.
Woo, I'm downhill. Oh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Now we got her upset. Ooh, mercy. Well, Farrah, she's up. You okay? Oh, well, I'm sorry. I set that in your way, didn't I? Yeah, she went. That pitchfork was in the way.
Was in the way and
she couldn't get
out.
out.
That may have been his.
And there's 2 eggs down there. Oh, they're all out now. Everybody's out.
Cool.
So we're good. So we got 2 more eggs.
Want to hand me the eggs?
Yeah. Okay, 1 more. By the way, those of you who haven't watched our channel, these trays right here are just dog crate trays. I think these are 41 by 26. We put 3 of them down in here, and kind of helps keep the floor clean. Right?
Right.
Who's that?
That's
Annie
Mae.
Darkest Tail. That's May. May West. But come up and see me sometime.
I think they're the ones that
Big
lay
boy.
those little eggs.
They might be. I'm not sure. She's going to get. Uh-oh. She's not done. Go on, honey. Get in there. Go on. There we go.
Can you ask her if she minds if I sweep? Yeah.
Empty this tray into here, and then I'll throw it out, and then you can sweep.
You don't ever bring this broom in the house, do you?
Yeah, I swept the kitchen floor with it the other day. Is that all right? Huh?
Oh, man.
That's okay, isn't it, to do that?
Never a straight answer. You just haven't seen that floor in so long, you didn't know it was down there, did you?
Oh, is that? Yeah.
She's pecking at it.
Yeah. What's that? Solid ground. Yeah, somebody's doing a little exterior work on the chicken coop. Who is that?
I don't know.
Who's doing that? That's Cher.
What's she
Cher,
doing?
what are you doing? Cher's pecking on the side over here.
Oh.
Look at her. What are you eating something, or? She thinks she's getting something to eat, I guess. Well, there we go. Good job.
Cool.
That's awesome. Thank you for that. All right, so now we got the inside done. Now we'll do this in here. We'll do half of this, move this over, and then we'll do the other half. Hey, there's my boy.
This is going to be the most exciting video we've ever done.
It is exciting, but
Yep.
You know what? They said they would watch us do chores, and by golly, everybody's living vicariously through us right now. We're having a ball.
They need another life.
Need another life? Oh, now.
Magneto, can you go somewhere else?
I could, but he said,
Ooh.
this is where I live. You're in my space. He's feeling it. Uh-oh, we lost a foot there.
Lost a what?
Oh, a foot came off of this
Oh.
feeder here. You know what? Right there. So, in fact, it's like broke. Let me just try to even it up. Well, yeah, we'll just throw that away. It ain't gonna.
Sometimes you throw things away that I could glue back, just like that little pin that holds the door on.
There we go. There we go, Ma.
Yeah,
Glue away. You got to get that open. If you get that open, you might not need to glue it.
that's true.
But I didn't want to mess with it.
You still have your pliers on you?
No. Did you fix it?
Mm-hmm.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, well, no, you got to get that. It's got to go back on that. What was that look? That's the one.
That's the one.
That's the one everybody likes that you give me. That threatening. Let's see. How's it look?
When you tell me how I need to do it after I just did it.
Mm-hmm.
You just do your thing and I'll work on this.
I'm just going to clean out their little thing there. And there it is right there. Let's just zone in on Grandma. Oh yeah, we're on you. Do I need to pick it up?
Nope, it's done.
Look at you. How's that? That's not bad. Thank you very much. What do I owe you?
Well, let's see. If you just don't throw things away, I'll be happy.
Well, you're never going to be happy.
I know. I'm going to get Riley's medicine for her ear.
The camera's going to be running, so
I won't say anything about you.
that doesn't bother me, honey. All right, girls,
At least not that you can hear.
get the hose.
Man, that looks so much better in there.
Oh, doesn't it though? And I feel better when I, know that they got a clean place to be. It's a small sacrifice for us to keep it clean and take care of them because they give us eggs.
I know.
We are so thankful for these little creatures. I'm telling you what. Oh, that feels good to get all that done. Hey, real quick, the last video, I was probably a little bit super sardonic and super sarcastic, wasn't I?
No.
Some people thought that I was chewing them out. They said, man, you chewed me out and I didn't do anything. I wasn't chewing anybody out. I was just...
It's just how he is. He sounds like he's always chewing somebody out.
Oh.
Oh.
I don't know about that. But anyway, I apologize if I chewed somebody out and they felt unjustly chewed out.
I did.
We were just having a conversation about dog bones. But they're all good with the bones now. Everything's cool, all right? Everybody has their way of doing things. There's no exactly the right way. There's no exactly the wrong way. You know what I mean? Yeah. What?
Are you hearing what you're saying?
Apparently not. What am I saying?
Like when I feed, it's a little different than you feed, or I do something a little different down there than the way you would do it, it's okay because we all have our own way of doing things? Does it work that way?
Is that what I said?
That's what you said.
There's different ways to do things. Some things work for some people, and so when we have these conversations, we're good. I appreciate the advice. I just said what I said and had to live with the consequences, which, there we go. By the way, occasionally we, like the message that we sent out about the last one, you know what I mean? The being...
Peace beyond our understanding.
Thank you so much. Glad you have a good memory. Someone sent us a card. Scotty is his first name. It says, Dear Ralph and Leanne, sometimes the card just hits me. And we get a lot of good ones. Again, like I explained, they're all great. But then occasionally I'm sitting there and reading it and I don't know what happens, man. The Holy Spirit says, wow, that's cool. You need to read that. Thank you both for sharing with us all of the journey that you both are taking on your own homestead. Thanks for sharing your story and providing us with wonderful memories and pleasure in our lives and journey. I'm thankful for your faith that we can share in, which draws us closer to your family. We are all one big family created by God's divine love and grace. I'm thankful for our shared understanding of family love because I feel it's necessary to stay in touch with you daily, even when in sickness. My thoughts and prayers are with you for God's healing touch to be upon you and His Holy Spirit to reform your body and repair it to the glory that God has planned for you. Using your working in His life journey to be His light to the world. I need to practice this before I read them, right? No matter what we face in life, God's ultimate will always brings about His glory for our lives and journey. Our mission is to help each other through this life and all the things our journey brings us. We must love each other as Christ has loved us. May God's healing power restore you. He says, signed it, and he said, I love to keep in contact with everyone in your family because each of you has been a blessing to me. Dear Lord, please bless my family and friends and keep them safe throughout the night. Amen. And it says, and in all dark periods of life's journey in Christ. Amen. Scotty, you nailed it.
You guys don't know how much you bless us sometimes. I mean, I'm serious. There was an email that Ralph saw the other day, and he said, hey, I think you may want to answer this one. And it brought tears to my eyes. It was a lady that said, I thank you guys for sharing your faith and your belief in God. And she said, I've been thinking along the lines of being agnostic. And I had to look that up because I always get them confused. I can't remember. But agnostic is not believing, not knowing that you could believe, or I'm not saying it right, in God. Wondering, there's no deniability. You don't know whether you believe in God, but you're questioning it, whatever. I'm not saying it right, and she probably will correct me in an email.
Somebody will.
But it just really touched my heart because she said, she said she cried the whole time that she watched our Rock and Talk. And I cried the whole time I read her email. I mean, it just really
Keep
touched
going,
me.
I'm going to cry. This made me cry.
No, it did, because she thanked us, and I responded back, and she told me how surprised she was that I responded back, and I asked her if she could share some other things that she'd mentioned, and she did. And I tell you, I felt such a bond, not that we think alike but just the fact that she said, I have done some things in my own life, and she was actually raised in the church. Her father was a preacher, and just had the most incredible testimony. And I thank you for that. I really do. I mean,
we are blessed by you guys.
We are.
This kind of, here, Scotty is saying how thankful he is for us, and in a beautiful way here. And then while I'm reading it, I'm thinking, just turn that around, Scott. And Scotty, and what you're saying are things we would like to say to you. Mm-hmm. Every one of you, all of you. I had a young lady, I seen a younger lady, and said that she thinks of us as grandparents. We remind her so much of her grandparents. This is different than the one last time. And the whole thing was just so incredible, and it just humbles me to think that I'm good enough for them to think of and remind of their own grandparents. And I don't think that way. I think I'm a good grandfather to our grandkids. I do, and that's probably because I spoil them and love them too much. Oh, y'all know what we're talking about. And so when somebody goes, hey, I think of you as my grandparents. They're not here anymore. You remind me of my grandpa. You remind me of my grandma. Oh my word, that humbles me.
I think too.
I'm so thankful.
That I'm thankful for the grace that you all give us. This is going to be a real weepy one for me. I don't know why. But somebody had really gone to a lot of trouble at Christmas, and this was the lady that we told you about that had picked out gifts for everybody and wrapped everything so neat, and had the cards and everything labeled, and it didn't get to us by Christmas. It went around the world, and then finally we got it. Well, somebody went to the post office and then came home and started going through stuff and kind of got things a little, rearranged, and then we couldn't tell whose was whose. And we had Kyle and Shannon's, we had something for Matt, we had ours, we had Chad and Ray's. And so I said, look, just put everything back in the gift bags, and I said, let's sit them by the door, and when the kids come, we'll let them go through them and they can get their stuff out. So that's what we did. Well, Chad was the first one here. And Chad's worse than you are, and took all of the bags with him because he didn't realize that there was other stuff in there. So she sent an email, and she'd sent 2 or 3, and she said, hey, did everything fit? Did you like what we got? Did you, and Ralph kept going, man, I don't know what to say. And I said, you just got to be honest with her. He goes, well, why don't you do it? So.
Boy, that bus is heavy. You just ran over.
I know, but I responded, and I was just honest with her, and she gave us so much grace. She said, I totally understand. And I had to ask her what one thing was, because there was a bunch of these little yellow things in there, and I did not know what they were. Now that I know what they are, I'm going after Chad or whoever ended up with them, because I want some of them.
You put them on, what is it?
You put them in any kind of like a plastic bottle or whatever, and it's kind of a trap for probably yellow jacket, wasp, any of them. Well, and once it goes through there, I don't think it can come back out.
Well, who needs that?
I know.
Kyle and Shannon.
Well, and I don't know who ended up with all this stuff. I've got to get a hold of, I'm going to get a hold of Ray, because if I ask Chad, I'm not going to get a straight answer.
Chad barely knows where he lives.
So
he barely knows how to get back home.
Yeah. So anyway, it's the grace that you all extend to us sometimes.
It sure is.
I know it's a lot of trouble and a lot of time when you're picking out stuff like this, and we blew it. We blew it on that. But I really thought, if it'd been Kyle and Shannon that had been here first, or even Matt, of course Matt would have just gotten his, and that would have been it. But Chad was trying to load everybody up, kids, and he just throws everything. You have to kind of hold your furniture down, otherwise he throws it in the truck. But we're going to get it figured out.
Well, and I think that the grace extended to, when I did that, we closed out that video last week. or Wednesday night, and I started having panic attacks because once you put it out there, the only way you can't go back and change it. You have to just delete the whole video and start over. And I
Which
watched
I would
it.
have gladly done for
I
you.
know, yeah, I know. Yeah. I watched it back. I thought about it. I didn't watch it back, and I thought, man, I sound terrible. I sound very judgmental, very something. Now, a lot of you supported, hey, a lot of you supported it, and I appreciate that. And
That's grace.
That's grace. It sounded, yeah, there's being nice. But I Grandma edits it. She says, hey, do you want me to leave that in there? And I said, yeah. So anything that goes over like that, it's me saying, hey, just leave it. I want to get that out, But that is, in a way, that is part of my personality. But that doesn't make it right in God's eyes. Doesn't make it mean that I can just say, oh, well, God, that's how I am. That's just what I do. And I've struggled with that, and Leanne can tell you, I struggle with that sometimes.
Yeah, you struggle with that sometimes. That's correct.
I do not believe in brutal honesty. I think just using the words brutal honesty, I think you can hurt people's feelings as well. I'm just being honest with you. You know what? There's a way to be honest, and the Bible tells us how to be honest with people. And being brutally honest is not, to me, if it's brutal, it can't be good.
And people will say, well, that's our First Amendment right. The problem I have with that is, I don't care if it is our First Amendment right, it's not God's law that you can just say anything that you want to that's going to hurt somebody else's feelings. So it depends on which law you're following, I mean, you can't take those words back. You can be forgiven, but it's not always forgotten. And I just think that's really something that you have to be aware of, 'cause you can really hurt your Christian witness if you're not careful.
You have to say things out of love. You have to think about it. You can't go off the cuff. And sometimes I go off the cuff. And, I even my boys, as good as they are great young men. And I don't know if you inherit a wit, if you inherit whatever. I'm not blaming it on my mom and dad. But some people, and we're good at it, you can get in a verbal argument and you can slice and dice somebody verbally. You can hurt their feelings to the core. And I sometimes can do that, and I apologize. I don't want to do that, and I know that the obvious thing is, well, you put it on video and then you had a chance to edit it and you still put it out there. I was joking around about the bones. I made a joke about it, but I was also making a point that things can be different and maybe trying to be funny and all that kind of good stuff. But anyhow, I think you guys understand, it's difficult doing videos. It's difficult. It's sometimes not difficult doing videos, but sometimes relaying. Maybe it isn't as difficult relaying in a video as it is a comment or whatever.
I think the humor. I could feel that way when all three boys and you are together, and you get on a roll. And I've gotten my feelings hurt many times because you guys think it's just hilarious, And
that is a really good point. See, the boys and I, you can't really hurt my feelings that way. You can pretty much say whatever you want because I know how I am. I know that it's okay. You know what I mean? I know but with some folks like Mom and like others, I can't kid around that way.
But I'm not that way. I don't say things that are hurtful because
right.
I can't cut people to the quick because it's.
Well, we do it with a sense of humor, and that we.
I can do it on here because I can make fun and
you can
say it in a joking way, and you don't know whether I'm kidding or not.
I think when somebody gets me good, and some of the comments and all that, they've got me good, it makes me laugh.
Yeah.
Because remember, I can take it, I can dish it out, and you've got to be able to do that. So the things I say are joking around.
Only
you know
if
what I mean?
Dish it out.
Yeah. So, but some people don't have the personalities to take that kind of joking around. You know what I mean? When I'm telling them I don't read the books, I'm not going to read a book. I mean, I'm like kind of throwing it back at them. I read all the books. Yeah, am I having fun at their expense?
Sometimes.
Am I?
Sometimes.
Y'all don't You don't think that's funny, right? It's not funny.
Well, I don't think everybody does.
I don't want to
no.
hurt some people's feelings
I
that way.
know, I know. And there've been times we've discussed that, and there's been times we've cut things out because I felt like it was too much, and you didn't necessarily agree with me, but you felt like if there was a chance it would hurt somebody's feelings, you didn't want to do that either.
Actually, when we watch those videos back, I may think it's funny at the time. Then when I watch it back and I realize, if I get this, I think the Holy Spirit convicts me. I feel it. I feel oh, wait a minute, that's not going to be, that's not right. That's not nice.
There's been times.
But last video, I kind of let a little more go, and it's not Grandma's fault. That's my fault.
Well, there's been times you have said, hey, I listened to the video, and you know when I said this, maybe you should take that out because I'm not sure, it doesn't sound quite right. And I'm really proud of you when you do that. Yeah, I really am. Because for you, your sense of humor is so different, you know.
Yeah, and being a Christian, you think that that could be curtailed, but if I get into, I like to entertain people. Like when we used to go out with friends and I tell a story and they're laughing, and the more they laugh, the more I tell. And now I don't get vulgar, I don't cuss,
No.
it's none of that stuff. Don't
No.
get me, it's none of that. But you know what? It's people in life, some of the real things people do are just funny. They're just funny, and you just can't help. It's just that they do. I do the same thing. So anyhow, this video, we cleaned out the chicken coop. We
Yep.
had to do it.
We did.
All right, and we've got a lot more to go. So every Friday, we're going to continue to do that. We appreciate you guys coming along and watching us. And I want you all to be honest with us. I really do. I want you to be honest with us, with me. If I've gone, it's okay that you say, Grandpa, you went to, it's okay. I don't mind being told I'm wrong, but I don't like it. Especially when it comes from Mom. Husbands, you know what I'm talking about. Strangers can tell me I'm wrong, and I may bite my lips, or I may not. But for the most part, I can handle it better out there than I can here at home. And Mom said something about, I felt guilty about that video. And then Mom said, hey, look, maybe this or maybe that, and I got offended by it. I apologize.
And
I
think
apologize because I
that's
was.
the important thing. I think that you have apologized. I don't think you need anybody to chew on you anymore. I think I've done enough of that. So I think that from this point on, you just put it behind you, and
Does that mean, is that the last time I'll rant or pedestal hop?
Oh no.
No, it won't. But I'll try to make it. I always try to make an educational point instead of unless it's funny. There, I'm going right back against what I said. No. It is what I am, but I have to be careful. We are witnesses to folks. You don't want them thinking, wow, if this is how Christians act, I don't want any part of it.
Can't be a stumbling block.
Can't be a stumbling block. So you have to be careful. But obviously God had a sense of humor. He gave some sense of humor. He gave some a little bit of a warped sense of humor. That would be me, and I passed it on to the boys. And thank goodness one of us is level-headed. So.
Yeah, but then I'm the opposite. I think a lot of things are just not funny to me. And I look at myself and I wonder what's wrong. I mean, but you guys can just be dying laughing, and I'm sitting there looking at you like, I just don't find it funny. I don't know.
How are you guys in your families? How are you guys? I've had a lot of people tell me, oh, my brothers, they're just like you, Ralph, just like you, But then we have to be careful with, so. How's Haven? There were a lot of people praying for Haven, the little girl that Mom works with.
They did not have to put a ventilator on.
Oh,
they
thank
put
you.
something similar to a CPAC on.
Okay.
But when I talked to her yesterday, Grandma, I could just tell she was either worn out or I just said, how are you doing? And she said, I'm okay. And she kind of broke up a little bit. So we just need to keep praying. I don't know all the details, and I didn't want to impose and ask her at that moment. So when I get more information, I'll let you know, but let's just keep praying for her.
Yeah.
She's only probably 2 or 3 weeks old now, newborn.
Okay.
So
Thank you all for your prayers. We continue to pray for you all too in all situations. A lot of responses from our prayer warriors for other people requesting prayer. And again, what I do is I'll heart it, and I put praying hands, and then others follow up, and they do the same. So that means if we see it, You're being, even if we don't see it, you're still being prayed for. It's okay. Just comment or an email, either way. But we are certainly blessed to have all you along with us, and cards like this, comments that we read, it just brings tears to our eyes. I mean, it just humbles me. You know, it just humbles me, and we are so blessed. Thank you all. Appreciate it. God bless you, each and every one of you. And the folks that are new, thank you for coming along. The folks that have been with us for all this time. I don't want to leave anybody out, but you're all part of our extended DOS family. All of our kids that you watch, appreciate that too. Stay strong. Pray on. And until next time, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Love you.
Love y'all.